This time of year, everyone likes to talk about the trends that are coming for the next year. Today, we're going to focus on marketing, the trends, but not the trends you need to be watching for, the trends you maybe need to leave behind. We're going to focus on that along with what to replace them with today on Expert Connections. With the old and in with the new. Today, we are talking about the anti-trends in marketing that you should really leave out of your 2024 plan. Welcome to Expert Connections. I'm Julie Holton. Our guest today is Alexis Neumann. She is a marketing strategist, our senior marketing strategist at mConnexions. Alexis, welcome back to the show to talk about the anti-trends.
Thank you. I'm excited. I had fun talking about the marketing trends, but I'm almost more excited to talk about the anti-trends.
I know. I think this was such a fun way to take this approach as our team was talking this year about what trends we need to focus on or what trends we're going to recommend that businesses focus on. We really started brainstorming all of the things that people are still doing that they maybe shouldn't do anymore. So let's dive into that list rapid fire style to see what we can get through in the next 10 minutes or so. First on the list, Alexis, something everyone is talking about, the decline in organic reach on Facebook and Instagram. Talk about this. Why is this an anti-trend?
Yes. So if you feel like your reach on Facebook and Instagram in particular is aggressively declining and has been over the last year or two, you are not alone. It's not all in your head. This is actually happening. So one of the things that we're seeing is Meta behind the scenes with the algorithm. They are really pushing down organic content from brands and businesses, from business pages, and they are pushing up content from individual users and sponsored content, paid ads. So if you are seeing that in your organic marketing on social media, you're not alone. The good thing is that there is something that you can do to combat that. So while you definitely don't want to take organic marketing, on social media out of your marketing strategy entirely, but we do think that there are some ways that businesses can kind of make some adjustments to overcome the things that the algorithm is doing. The first is having a strong social media advertising strategy. So if you've got it in your budget, paid ads on social media really can make a difference. One thing that we love about paid ads on social, on Facebook and Instagram in particular, is how precise you can get with your goal setting. So you can really take a look at what is the goal, what is your ultimate goal on social media, and you can find an ad for that. If paid ads are not in your budget, then there is still something that you can do. And it's why we love talking about brand ambassadors. So brand ambassadors are so important, not just out in the world, but as on social media especially. So these are going to be people who love your services, love your business, support you, champion your business digitally, a lot of engagement, likes, comments, shares. That engagement from those individual users, that's going to help drive your organic reach on Facebook also, without even needing to pay for ads.
We've worked with our clients to create a brand ambassador strategy that I really love to see in action because of how successful it can be. So love that that is part of our approach to kind of fighting back against this anti-trend. Okay, Alexis, we can't talk about social media and anti-trends without talking about the brand formerly known as Twitter, now called X. So we saw a massive exodus from Twitter, from X, earlier this year. There's been a lot of buzz back and forth about whether companies, whether brands should leave X, whether it's worth the money, whether it's worth the time, either from a social standpoint, a commentary standpoint on what you stand for and what you don't, or really from an effectiveness standpoint. So where does X fall on this list of anti-trends?
That's a great question. And X is always a little bit of a mouthful. It's, X, the brand platform formerly known as Twitter. It's a lot, but before we send X completely into exile, this is not a call, despite it being on our anti-trends list, this is not a call to completely abandon ship. There is still a loyal user base on X. So depending on your business, depending on your industry, that may still be a place that you want your business to be. So we're definitely not talking about erasing, X, Twitter from your marketing strategy entirely. But the thing that we strongly suggest to kind of combat the, potential continued decline of Twitter, if it ends up not being a place, where your business is going to be, is just to have a well-rounded presence across a variety of social media platforms. We have some blogs on our website about this particular topic, not wanting to put all of your eggs in one basket, so to speak, and to make sure that you have a presence across the board. So whether that's X and Facebook or LinkedIn, Instagram, TikTok, whatever that looks like for your business, for your industry, for your audience, in addition to having, a strong website, strong web presence place that you can send people back to, just having that well-rounded approach is going to help make sure that no matter what happens with X and new crazy things that we might see in 2024, that it's really not going to have an impact on your social media marketing.
Always entertaining, that's for sure. And I like what you said, do your research, know what your digital footprint looks like or should look like based on where your audience is spending its time on. And there is still a very large audience in many cases on X. So know where your audience is. Okay, another trend on the decline is one that I think was on our trends list from a couple of years ago, or at least it was making the rounds, especially on Instagram from some of those Instagram marketing influencers. This one is talking about putting stickers on your stories and reels. Tell us what the trend is here, Alexis.
Yes, so this one is a little bit specific, but if you are an Instagram user, personally or professionally, and you watch people's stories, individuals or brands and businesses, you might notice that when they post a new post or a new reel to Instagram, they'll often share it, which is a great practice, to share that post or that reel in your stories. But a lot of times people will take those stickers and they'll put the sticker right over top of whatever the post is. And it'll say, tap for more or click to see. And it's really become kind of clickbaity. And it's a way that some businesses and brands and influencers will get people to click on their content by making people think that it's something else or showing just a little bit of it with the sticker, but then hiding the rest to make you want to click. It's a little bit, like I said, it's a little clickbaity. It's kind of trying to outsmart your audience. People are just really not loving this. It comes across as a little bit inauthentic, and it can actually be a little bit risky because it can backfire on engagement. So if you have a reel or a video and you share it in your stories and you put that sticker over top of it, and people think they're clicking on something, they click over to watch it, and it turns out it's not what they were looking for, they could click away so fast that it actually hurts your engagement because the algorithm looks at that and thinks, wow, these people really didn't want to watch this video. No one is sticking around for it. We're not going to promote this. We're going to keep this. We're going to make sure that people see this less. That is not what you want. We can avoid the clickbait conundrum. And instead of sharing your already posted reels to your stories, maybe try uploading the video directly to your story so that people can just watch the full content right there. They don't ever have to click away. You're not trying to trick them into watching the video. And then it helps your content get seen by a variety of people. So people who maybe would have missed it or didn't want to take that second to click over, now you're going to provide that content right there. And then, with anything else that you're sharing, just make it clear what it is. Go ahead, share it, encourage people to click on it, but don't cover it up.
All right. One thing that entrepreneurs of all types have been told forever is to niche down. Constantly being told to niche down, be as specific as possible. Yes, that works for some, but it also is showing up on our anti-trends list. Why?
Yes. So if you are too specific, you risk potentially alienating an audience that might actually be interested in your brand or business, but we don't want to avoid being too niche on social media. So don't want to abandon your industry. You don't want to abandon your great thing, whatever it is that makes your brand and your business so special. But look for new avenues of collaboration. So be open to some of these authentic opportunities that will be relevant to your business, but might open you up to a new audience that you hadn't considered. So some of our favorite collaborations that we talk about in our blog on the anti-trends, Taylor Swift and the NFL. I don't love this one just because I'm a Taylor Swift fan. I love it because it's a great example of how two things that you would never maybe think would go together
Who would have thought?
could actually come together. And really, Taylor Swift has really made, America's favorite pastime somehow more popular. Who thought the NFL could get more popular than it already was? But somehow she did it. And I'm sure that that was not maybe in their marketing strategy for 2023, but the opportunity came up and they ran with it. So that's maybe a slightly larger than life example, but that's what we mean when we talk about looking for partnership opportunities and connections that you can make that might be a little bit outside of your industry, of your business, but could maybe bring some new people in, while of course still maintaining that loyalty to your brand, staying authentic and true to you.
All right, Alexis, the last trend on our rapid fire list at mConnexions.com is a tool that many people use. In fact, there are multiple platforms that people use for this purpose, but it's on our list of anti-trends. Let's talk about third-party scheduling tools. We just had this conversation yesterday with a client looking to make her life easier, more efficient, to be able to go to one site and post out all of her content. Why is this something we don't want to do anymore?
Yes. So there's a reason that platforms like Hootsuite and Sprout Social and Buffer, they are and have been super popular because they can make life feel a lot easier for the social media scheduler because everything is all in one place. But it may be time, as sad as it sounds, to reconsider the reliance on some of these third-party scheduling tools for a few different reasons. The first is that these tools don't always align with the unique features and algorithms of each social media platform. So these social media platforms, they want you on their platform and they can tell when you're not there. So they can deprioritize content that is not coming from their platform, that's coming from one of these scheduling tools. Another reason is because some of these scheduling options they're not always as up to date with new features. So you may be missing an opportunity to use some exciting new features offered by the platform if you're using a third-party scheduling tool. So, you might not have immediate access to some of these platform updates. And then again, of course, these tools might result in a loss of visibility for your content if you upset the algorithm. So our approach to counteract this, don't worry, you can still and should still schedule your social posts so you don't have to be doing all of it live, which I think would stress out any marketer or business owner. But you should just be doing it on the platform, on the relevant platform. I think right now X is the only one that does not allow, native in-app on-platform scheduling. But LinkedIn now offers in-platform scheduling features. So that's a game changer. Meta, of course, has in-platform scheduling tools that you can schedule. You can actually be on Facebook and schedule for both Facebook and Instagram. The other thing that I'll note is this gives you the opportunity to customize your content for each specific platform, which you should always be doing. That's a huge benefit. Users can tell when content has essentially just been copy and pasted, and you're maybe using too many hashtags on a platform or not enough hashtags, or you have that link in bio phrase show up on your Facebook where it's not supposed to be. So avoiding some of those third-party scheduling tools will give you more of an opportunity, more encouragement to customize your content, and it puts you right in the app, that you want to be in.
Alexis, thank you so much for your insights. That's a wrap on the trends that aren't trending anymore for 2024. To see the trends you should be tracking, head over to the next video immediately after this one. You can also learn more at mConnexions.com. Just check out the blog, 2 blogs actually, for the trends for 2024 and the anti-trends. Alexis, thanks for being here.
Thanks.